Hello and welcome back. Today we will continue our chapter, Class 9 Chemistry, Pure Substance and Mixtures. In our previous class, we have already learned about homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures, and we also learned about solutions. Today, let us see suspensions. So what is a suspension? Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which small particles of a solid are spread throughout a liquid without dissolving in it is called a suspension. Suspension iti tingle ipiham iti ale solution ala tuila a til kilhalu teka na mga, for example, a chalk powder. When you add a chalk powder in a glass of water, you can see that the chalk powder doesn't dissolve. Instead, it floats around. Chalk powder tuila ilha tingle zunlowa atuila ahu kilet lele a ahi zunla theilo hi icho ho suspension kiti hi solution chu amasa isei bangwa chu solution chu hi ale. We know that a solution contains a solute and a solvent. Solute to solvent hi thil ni ki halti na hi le to a suspension chu iti ting la chun solvent la thil ki la ai wanga chu zun theilo chalk powder to bang chu kilet lele ivet jong le kimuthe suspension chu. So suppose when you leave a suspension undisturbed, chalk tuila ke ham kha chu itun thimbe ale chom kha jo tingle ato a hu anaki khol khom the hi. Then and also suspension can be filter. Suspension chu filter bol the hi ji chu filter na bol ale atui thing se na la da a chalk powder ho chu a filter paper a chu den the hi. We call this as suspensions. Now let us see the properties of suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. We know that suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. When we say heterogeneous mixture, it is made of two or more materials. Second, the particles in a suspension is larger than 100 nanometer in diameter and can be seen by the naked eye. Suspension are particles ho chu 100 nanometer a lean hi chu hai le imit wa jong microscope beya kimuthe hi tuila a anian umji ho chong ho suspension hin cho imit a muthe ti na hi. Third, the particles of a suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and makes its part visible. When we let a light pass through a suspension, teka na banga suspension glass a suspension khana jo le glass a suspension namuna chon light I ho ale light hu particles ho hun scatter about he atheza the we scatter about he wa ating le torchlight ilo le light torchlight ilo le light apart chu kimuthe hi. The particles of a suspension settle down when the suspension is kept undisturbed for some time. They can be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. Suspension chu hi ale filter ayong ho filter paper ayong ki filter the hi alole pon ham khana ho isun tha ale atui thing se na ki sungdo theya a particles ho chu filter ki bol the hi. Now let us see colloids. A colloid is a heterogeneous mixture whose particle size is intermediate between those of a solution and a suspension. The dispersed particles are spread evenly throughout the dispersion medium, which can be a solid, liquid, or gas. So when we say a colloid, it is a heterogeneous mixture whose particle size is between that of a solution and a suspension. Colloid ho hi a size itiham tiale suspension sanga neuzep aivanga solution sanga linzep tina hi alai lai ta tina hi. Colloid example achu milk, a glass of milk. Milk hu even ale homogeneous mixture tabang hi bongnoi hu even ale tui tabang bang ilo le khat hi jinga ki mu hi ilo le chi tui hin chi bongnoi hin tia ki sei khen theilo hi nangzep ti de hin. This type of mixture are known as colloid. Now let us see the Tyndall effect of colloid. So when we let a light pass through a colloid and a solution. So from the picture, we can see that when light passes through a pure water, we cannot see the path of the light. That means the particles are very, very small present. That means the particles present are very, very small. But for colloid, we can see that the path of the light is visible. Light apart hu kimuthe. That is the particles present in colloid are larger than that of the pure water. A colloidal solution scatters light. The particles present there scatter light, and the part of the light can be seen through our naked eye. Now let us see the properties of colloids. A colloid is a heterogeneous system. The size of a particles of a colloid is in between those in a true solution and those in a suspension. It is between 1 nanometer and 100 nanometer in diameter. Like how we said before, the size of a colloid is between that of a solution and that of a suspension. Suspension sanga niauzep aivanga, solution sanga linjep. A particles, colloid na particles mojo. Colloid scatter a beam of light passing through it and makes its path visible. They do not settle down when left undisturbed. Colloid, for example, a glass of milk. When we left a glass of milk undisturbed, we see that nothing happens to it. Bong noi glass a bong noi ho itun timbe ting le. Atolanga ho bong noi an ki khole ti ki mu khalo sana. Bong noi ho a bep bep hi yeng tuita bang bang hi. Chi colloid hong hi colloid ho hi bong noi ho colloid example khat hin. Colloid ho even when we left undisturbed, it is stable and the particles can pass through filter paper. Bong noi ho tuya alole filter paper a filter ale pon ham khana filter ibol jong le nupta khatlanga ki holden lo nupta filter paper a den lo isun tha le glass khatlanga leng do pai pai the hi azolanga ase suspension cho hi ale filter ibol ale filter ki bol do the tuito for example suspension a chu example a chu chalk powder hu tuila ai tha ale ji chalk powder to tui ki hal chu filter ibola ponham phana filter ibola le tui thing se chu glass chu khalanga chu lung la theya a chalk powder ho chu a pon la den hin colloid cho hi ting le filter ibola jong le ki filter thailo tui bang banga hu lung do pai pai yeng he thina he. That means they do not settle down when left undisturbed. Check it. Now let us see, can we get pure substances from mixtures? Most of the materials found in nature are seldom pure. To study the properties and uses of a substance, it must be first of all obtained in a pure state. Most of the materials found in nature, till nature ra ki mu tamzo hi pure form hi lo le athing se na ki mu lo hi te ka na banga metals like iron, they are not found in their pure state. Leinu ya ilai do thing la iron ho thi ho ati hu ki mu jeng lo he o ora ki mu a chu kisu thienga chom hajo chengle pure state iron pure state na kim pan be me thil khat chu isim noma head be nom di ti ale a pure state na sim na he a combined form hi lo le a ki rom khoma chu sim di ti tengle ha saji he. To study the properties and uses of a substance, it must be first of all obtained in a pure state. A thing se na sim na he thil tam ta ki rom khom chu isima le ki sim thelo ele ki he thelo di he. The methods employed for the separation and purification of substances depend on the nature of the substance and the impurities present in it. To aju materials alole thil chu isim noma pure state isu nom telation su thing masat ngai alole iron ore ham khat chu isim nom ale thi isu noma le iron ta chun anian dang thil alole sheet alole song dang alole anian ho chu su hian masat ngai a hin hichina dinga chu hichi separate bol na ding alole purified bol na dinga chu methods azat ki mang hin hi chola chu pham thil iti ki mang ham tale a nature of the substance itale a thil hina a nature of the substance tale iron ore ham kha chu epp ki rom ham lesit izat to ki rom helole elements tang to epp ki rom ham hi chu dung zu ya chu a methods chu ke employ he. Heterogeneous mixture can be separated into their constituents by simple physical methods like hand picking, sieving, sedimentation and decantation and filtration. Heterogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixture also. We know that heterogeneous mixtures are those mixtures made up of two or more materials. This type of heterogeneous mixtures, they can be separated by simple methods like hand picking. Heterogeneous mixture also. Sieving, sedimentation. Sedimentation tuna atolanga and filtration jule hiale ipam khana thit ding chichu here. And in the next class we will see in detail about this, the process of filtration or separation. And now for your assignment, question number 1, what are suspensions? 2, write the properties of suspension. 3, what are colloids? Write the properties of colloids. I want all of you to do your assignment by going through your textbook. I want all of you to go through your textbook first and then do your assignments. Thank you.